Hello Power Rangers Dino Fury fans, and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today I'm taking a look at one of the entries in the second wave of Zord Link Zord figures from Power Rangers Dino Fury. So these are finally starting to release in both stores and a little bit online, so we've been waiting for these for a very long time. Because basically like almost a year ago at this point, we saw the prototypes for the Mosa Razor Zord and the Ptera Freeze Zord, which were going to be the next entries in the Dino Fury Zord line, kind of the only entries that we are really going to see for Season 2 stuff. So basically, they're kind of all out now. So basically, this one and the Mosa Rex have been found, or the Mosa Razor, have been found in Target stores, and they are also been popping sort of in and out of stock on Amazon. That's where I got mine, actually. So sometimes the listings go live and then they go down like immediately. I was surprised that it actually shipped out. I hadn't seen anybody else get them from Amazon yet, but I did get the Ptera Freeze from Amazon, but then they delayed my Mosa Razor for some reason, so this is why we are getting number 5 before we get number 4. However, there's more we can do with the Ptera Freeze than we can do with the Mosa Rex, because Hasbro has neglected to release a good amount of the Zords in the Dino Fury line, which is definitely a problem. So basically the Mosa Rex is only good for the Ultrazord combination, which is the kind of, you really need this as kind of like one of the big components of the Ultrazord combination. However, we can still totally do a lot with this without the Mosa Razor, which is why I'm going to do this video now, and I'll do Mosa Razor whenever that shows up, and then that's when we'll do the Ultrazord combination, even though this one should technically be the video that I do the Ultrazord combination in, but just, you know, you get it. I do also have purple nail polish on that is starting to chip, so just notice that. But yeah, basically, this one looks really cool. I never owned any of the Soldier Zords, and I was a pretty big fan of the Dino Fury Zord Link ones so far. The only ones I bought was that big 5-pack, so this is the first time I've gotten one of them in its individual packaging. So that's really cool. So number 5 up there is because T-Rex is number 1, and then the Spino, or whichever ones that were like, I think it was blue and black were together, and I think that was the second set. And then green and pink were together, and that was the third set, and then Mosa Razor is 4, and this is 5. Now, yeah, we're not getting any more Zords as far as we're aware, which is very unfortunate, because we don't have Demi Volcano, we don't have the Packy, we don't have the Raptors, definitely not getting the Movie Mecha, which is just very unfortunate. But you can see here some of Hasbro's plastic-free packaging initiative, because there is no plastic window here. I can touch the Zord all that I want, so, but it does look really good. I've always liked the design of this one. On the side here, you have the Ultrazord combination, which I don't remember what it is called off the top of my head. It's like the Primal Ultrazord or something. Does it even say it? Back here? Yeah, it does. The Primal Ultrazord. So I was right. So there is a picture of the Primal Ultrazord there. On the side, you get the Zord mode, or the Megazord mode of the Ptera Freeze, which looks awesome. On the back, you get the fact that it can do its Megazord mode, it can do its Zord mode, it can do the Egg mode, it can also be used in the Dino Knight Morpher, which I'm sure it really won't do much in there, and I really can't show it off because I just realized I don't have the Dino Knight Morpher up here. So, unfortunately, I do not. But whenever I do the Mosa Razor, perhaps I could use the key in there and I can show it off. I'm sure it won't do anything else, though, because that's the way it doesn't do anything. But then up here, here's kind of the, you know, the breakdown here, which I'll kind of zoom in on this. So you get the T-Rex Champion with the Mosa Razor and the Ptera Freeze, and you can combine it into all this stuff. So I don't think that this is it says and more. So this is not an official combination from the show. But this right here, the Terra Rex Zord, is something that shows up in the show. Or at least it's in Resoldier. I'm not sure if it's popped up in Dino Fury yet. So I will be able to show that off because we just need T-Rex for that. And then there's the Primal Ultrazord that we can't do just yet. But yeah, very nice box. I do like it with the artwork and everything. Like I said earlier, I really like these Zord Link Zords for Dino Fury. I just wish we were getting the whole line because it just feels so incomplete that we're only getting basically the Megazords and then calling it a day. But there's the barcode for that if you'd like to scan it or need it for anything. And on the top it just says Power Rangers Dino Fury. Let's go ahead and open up the Ptera Freeze and take a look at what we got in here. Alright, so here are all of the pieces of the Ptera Freeze out of the box, and yeah, you get a lot. So basically this big main body piece is like strapped in with all those like plastic little, or not really plastic, I guess they're plastic, so maybe not plastic free packaging, but you know, the whole like little things that always keep toys inside. Most of these though are just kind of free flowing in there. They're just kind of protected by like a little cardboard like sleeve, but they're all just sitting in there. Nothing you have to cut or anything like that to get them open or whatever. So yeah, that's all the pieces. Now you also do get instructions, which I'm going to try to follow the best that I can, but I do find them a little confusing. So I believe that this right here is to show you how to put all these pieces on here. So we're going to follow that first. And then inside, you also get instructions for how to turn it into the egg mode and how to turn it into the pterodactyl mode. So there is that and that. And then here, I believe, are the instructions for the Primal Ultrazord. And then on the back side, you get the instructions for combining it with the T-Rex Champion, and it just shows you the other ones there. So we're gonna try to follow that as best as we can. Now, one thing just off, the beginning here, this translucent plastic, very, very pretty. It looks very nice, and it's present on here a lot. I really like how this looks a lot. I also like that you get this special headpiece for the Primal Ultrazord. So that looks pretty cool. I think that will clip into one of the, I think it clips into like the Russell or the Dino key or whatever. Also, I do think his mouth can open, maybe? Well, look at that. So it can. So I was hoping it would be able to do that. So that is really cool, and that moves up a little bit. So that is pretty cool. So obviously this gives you a lot more Dino Fury Zord Link ports to play around with if you've collected the other Zords. And the articulation on this guy looks really, really good. So starting it off here, the first thing they want us to do is to take the body and fold out these leg pieces. So we'll do that. I believe it's these pieces that they want us to fold out. Which makes sense, gives them a little bit more legs, gives you some ports on the side there. And then take the Pterodactyl Head and move that piece forward, I believe. And then clip that right into the chest. That's like the only piece where I knew where it would go for sure. So that's helpful. So there is that. I barely show that on camera, so I try to do that better. There we go, right there. And then next up from there, we attach his feet, I think. Which, where are those? I don't even see what those are. Huh. Where did those come from? Do I even have those out here? I don't see feet. Maybe they're still in the box. They probably are still in the box. They 100% were still in the box, so only the most quality reviews from Toku Topics. All right, so ooh, that's gonna be a little tough. Okay, there we go. Heard a little click, so I'm definitely not gonna be taking these out anytime soon. Maybe? Did I get it? There we go. So that was a little tricky, but now he has feet and can stand, so that's always good. All right, next up, they want us to take A and A and match to B and B. Okay, so we're making the wings now. I gotcha. So let's see, which piece is that? That's this piece, I think. And then, so we take this piece, and then we're gonna match it. Okay, yeah, there's A's on them. That's helpful. Okay, so there's an A on this one, right there. So we just gotta find the corresponding A on this side, which, okay, yeah. All right, I see it. All right, not too bad. Cool, all right. That looks like a wing to me. So we'll put that off to the side, and we'll do the same thing for the B. Okay. I think that's good. So is this hinge move or anything like that? It looks like it could, but I guess it can't. But yeah, that's the wings. All right. And then let's see, where do those attach to? So those attach onto his back. Just want to make, oh, okay, I see. He has very clear ports right up here for these pieces that are going to be attaching here. So I think, do they have little things on these ones though to tell me? So which way do these hinges move? These hinges can move, I think this way, possibly, or maybe not at all. So we have that. Oh, he's got a butt port, that's fun. All right, so this would make the most sense for this one to go onto this side. So are they gonna clip in, or are they just gonna kind of rest in there? I'm not 100% sure. All right, so I have successfully attached the wings, so they just fit onto those ports back there. And then all we have left is a couple of other pieces here. So this one is supposed to clip in up here. So maybe, potentially, if I can get it to go onto the hinge. Oh boy, all right, come on. There we go. It's supposed to kind of be out like that, so. All right, like that. There we go. And then, oh, the articulation's kind of starting to make this guy wobble all over the place. And then finally, they take this piece as kind of a shield as he's going to try to tumble. But before he tumbles, we're going to clip this into his arm right there. Now, as far as I can tell from the instructions, there is no official place to put this. And I don't know if there's anywhere where it could clip in and kind of hide. So, like that, I think is the actual head crest for the Primal Ultrazord. Like, I think it actually maybe goes on that Dino key in particular. But I don't know if there actually is a place to hide this. I wish that there was. I mean, is there anywhere that it could clip in there or something? Probably not. Because it has a very specific little, like, you know, peg grip thing used for the back of the key. So I don't know if, can you store it on the back of the key possibly? Is that a thing you can do? I don't know. It's not going to sit there. It's not going to rest there. And it's going to kind of disrupt the flow of the, you know, the regular head. But yeah, I don't think this actually has a formal place to put it, which is unfortunate. So we'll just put it off to the side. So this is the Ptera Freeze Zord in its Megazord combination. And yeah, I quite like it. I like the blue a lot. I like the white. I love the translucent plastic that this guy has going on. And articulation wise, he's great. So let me zoom out here so I can show you all the articulation. I mean, as much as I can, there's a ton. So obviously we saw from when we pegged in the foot that he has ball joints there. It even kind of moves right there. Let's see, no rotation there, but you can bend him. And that's a pretty nice knee joint. And it can bend there, and it can move outward like that. So that's really awesome. This can kind of get out of the way a little bit. I think, can it unpeg? Maybe, but I'm not going to try. So the hand can rotate, which is also made of some of that translucent plastic. The arms can come out. The arms can come off completely, which is really fun. I don't even know what it hit off. Oh, it hit off part of the wing. But then you can also bend it at the elbow. It's not double jointed, but it is nice. And then, of course, the arms can rotate. He kind of has a waist joint, but not really. It's just because of the transformation there. And then, let me kind of try to get him standing up again. Possibly. Wow, that foot does not want to realign. And then he does have head articulation a little bit in the Dino Fury key itself. So that is pretty cool. So that's essentially all the articulation that he has. Let me grab that piece of the wing that decided to fly off and reattach that real quick. So there we go. We're back in business with the Ptera Freeze. So yeah, this is really cool. I know in Resoldier, he kind of pushes his legs together and then he like brings the shield up like this. And you can do it. So you can do that pose here with the Dino Fury Zord, which is just really cool. Like, that looks pretty sweet. Definitely not articulation you could have gotten out of a Sentai mecha that we, you know, Hasbro has brought here for the Dino Fury version. So obviously, kind of looking around at the different ports that he has, if you're curious about random Zord Link combinations, there's a ton. So let's see. This one is one of those dummy ports, so it's not an actual port. So once again, Hasbro has blocked off the crotch port. There is a port here on the translucent plastic. Now, I will say the Dino Fury Zord Link ports have already scared me enough because I've already had one of them break on the T-Rex. So the fact that there are a lot of these ports on translucent plastic definitely makes me a little afraid, but we'll see what we can do with that. But yeah, there's ports there. There's a port there, and that's on both of the legs. Let's see, there's a port. There's like a half a port there, a full port there. That's not a port. I don't really know what that is, a little hole there for. There's a port on top of his shoulder. There's a port on both of the wings. There's a port on the shield, so that's pretty cool, which is pegged into a port right now. Of course, if you take the head off, there's a port there. And of course, you can take the key out and put any key that you want in there. And here is the Ptera Freeze key, which is supposed to do, I guess, something in the Dino Fury and Dino Night Morphers. And let's see, who do they have sculpted inside of here? What is that? Oh, it's the egg version of this guy. So that's really neat. So they had been sculpting little rangers and the little cockpits in the back of these keys, and that's pretty cool that they sculpted the little egg mode of this guy. So put that back in there. So speaking of the egg mode, we can go ahead and show off the egg mode and the or pterodactyl mode or whatever before we combine this with the T-Rex. But that's pretty much going to do it for the Megazord form of this, which is pretty sweet. I definitely do like this a lot, and I can't wait to actually be able to have the Mosa Rex to fully combine it into the Primal Ultrazord. So let's try to figure out somehow how to do the other combinations with this, because these instructions are a little hard to read. At least I think so. So this is showing us how to do the egg mode, and we're going to try to figure that out right now. All right, so for the first step of egg mode, you're going to take the Dino Fury key out of there, and you're going to take the shield off of the arm, like that. And then I'm just going to kind of straighten up the arms a little bit, make this a little simpler. All right, so we got that. Next step is to fold the horn, or whatever this is supposed to be, of the pterodactyl back. Then we're going to take his arms off, apparently. So we'll take that one off there. Oh, okay, that's cool. It's on a whole Zord Link port there. I didn't really realize that. So that's pretty neat. So I don't think it can detach further than that. Or at least it's not supposed to, I don't think. So we'll keep it like that. All right, and then from there, we're going to take the arms, and I think we attach them to here, I think, maybe? We put that one there, and we put that one there, which are gonna, I think, kind of create the, the little hands or whatever when he's in the egg mode, I think, is what we're trying to go for there. Let me see if that's how that's supposed to actually be. Yeah, it looks like it. All right. And then we're going to fold this guy down somehow. See, I don't exactly know how we're supposed to maneuver these wings. Oh, like that. I didn't want to break the joint because that just seemed very sturdy. All right, so, and then that one. Okay, all right, now we're getting somewhere. Oh, okay, yeah, that's an egg. All right, and then you fold these up. And you fold that up. And then you're gonna fold. Ooh, wait, where does this? Oh, did I put this on backwards? I think I totally did. Wow, I'm gonna get comments about that. But yeah, I totally put that on backwards before. Come on. So if you're not a dummy like me, you put it on the correct way, so that way you can just fold it down like that. And there's like two tiny little plastic tabs, like very tiny. I don't know if you can even see them. They're right there by my thumb. We'll zoom in on it actually. Two very tiny little plastic tabs that I think are supposed to kind of, find their way underneath those flaps. And then you take the shield piece and you're gonna clip that in. Looks like they want you to clip it in here somehow. I have no remote idea of how that's supposed to happen. All right, hold on. That one is, it's supposed to clip in back there. So I guess the feet are supposed to be splayed out a little bit more to allow me the ability to do that. And there we go. All right, so let me pan this down. And that is in its little egg mode, little egg friend. So really cool. It's just basically a ball, but this is kind of, it's like sort of a penguin mode, I guess. But I like it. I do like it a lot. I like the little face that it creates. I'm happy this is a mode that we've kept from the original Japanese one. You still have the Dino Fury symbol there, which is really cool. And you really get that translucent plastic to shine. So yeah, this is definitely pretty sweet there. And there's just kind of a look at it all. And it uses every piece from the Megazord combination except for the key and, of course, that little head crest that I still don't think has an official spot to go. But yeah, very cool. And then from here, it's a lot simpler to transform it into its pterodon mode or its pterodactyl mode. So let's go ahead and start doing that. All right, so to start the pterodactyl transformation, we're going to pull off the shield piece and fold back out the legs from the back. So almost like kind of reverting it back to Megazord mode, but not 100%. So we'll fold these back down. Nice ratchets on those, and now he can stand a little bit. So we'll put him there. Next up, we're going to take the wings and unfold them from the egg combination or the egg formation. So there we go. They have been unfolded. And I think we're going to clip them back into place. Just like that. So I'm definitely afraid of those pegs still. And then we're going to take the arms off of him, or off of his knees. So yeah, take them off of the knees, and then I have no idea where they go, to be honest with you. I have no idea where those are supposed to go. That's back over to the Primal. Oh, okay, we're gonna clip them into the wings. I see. Okay, so take them off, and we'll just put them off to the side for a minute. So there they are. And then the next step is to do that. I guess we're rotating the whole body, I think, at this point. Possibly. Yeah, that looks right. Yeah, there we go. All right, so something like that. Looks like a pretty cool face right there. All right, and then next up, we're going to, is that rotating that little piece? I think it's rotating this piece this way. Oh, okay, that's making his tail. I see. All right, so that is pretty neat. And then next up from there, we're going to fold the legs again, I think. I think they want you to kind of fold them like that. So why did I unfold them in the first place? Or unless I'm just completely wrong with that, and I could be. But no, I think that's what they want you to do. All right, and then put the tail piece or the shield piece back underneath there. I know this is gonna fold back like that. We'll just go ahead and do it. And then I know that the arms are gonna peg in underneath there, underneath the shields. So, oh, okay, wait. Are they gonna peg in here? Is that how it's gonna work? Or are they gonna, oh, but man, all right. Let's see. So we fold them 180. So we got that step. We're on number 7. All right, so number 7. How do I make you look like number 7? So if we fold them this way, so I do think that they want me to put them back here, I think, which, why did I ever fold them back out in the first place? And then they want the shield piece, if this is facing this way, they want the shield piece back underneath here, which is facing this way. Okay, so back underneath there, and then you fold that piece out like I did, and then if we're facing it this way, there's ports for these to go somewhere, so that way they're facing this way. What? Okay, all right, right there, step number 10. So we want it to be facing this way, and then they're gonna peg in somewhere. Oh, hold on. This is where they peg into this little circle right there, right? Is that how this is gonna work? I might have had them on the wrong one though. Let's be honest here. I probably do. Oh yeah, I do. All right, so this one's gonna go over here like that, and then this one is gonna go over here like that. That doesn't look right. Hold on. Or maybe it is. Yeah, no, that look. Yeah. All right, pterodactyl. So there it is. It just looks a little strange, but I guess that's that. So I did it the best that I could. I just feel like he's supposed to have these folded out or something. I don't know. Maybe not. It's just strange. But yeah, that's that. So of course you have the pterodactyl face there. The mouth can still open, which is pretty neat. So there is it doing that. And I do like it. So this mode will be the easiest mode to take it apart in, to then combine it with the T-Rex, which is what we're going to do next to wrap up this video. But yeah. You can tell I'm not really good with transforming toys, as I just fumbled around with that for 5 minutes to make it look like that. So, but that is its little pterodactyl form of the Ptera Freeze. At least the best that I could get it. But I'm pretty sure it's pretty close to the accurate to what the instructions show. Right? Pretty close. Alright, now finally we have the combination of the Ptera Freeze with the T-Rex Champion. So, that's just this little instruction up there, which this will totally be something I can follow and not mess up, right? Not at all. Alright, so we have the T-Rex there, as we are supposed to. Now, they want us to start by taking off the little blaster pieces off of him and taking the little drill pieces off of him. Maybe. There we go. I got that one and that one. And then also take off basically the entirety of the... There goes the head. That's not supposed to come off. Take off that entire thing off the port because we're going to be replacing that with part of the Ptera Freeze. And then I grab the T-Rex head that fell onto the ground because that's supposed to still be attached to that. So we'll leave that back there. All right, next up, we're going to take off the shield and the Pterodactyl Head piece off of Ptera Freeze. So there goes the Pterodactyl Head and the shield piece. And then we're going to take off the entirety of the port on this one, just as we did with T-Rex. We'll set that off to the side. And then we're going to attach that port onto the rest of T-Rex that we still have here. So there, oh, there's that. And now the arm is trying to fall off. So let's try to put that back on real quick. There we go. And then we'll move that back a little bit. Maybe it will stand, possibly. There we go. And then from there, we're going to take the shield of Ptera Freeze, and we're going to put the head of T-Rex. So we actually are going to need the head off of that. We're going to put the head onto this piece right here, and then we're going to clip that in right there. So that looks pretty cool. Oh my gosh. All right. All right, that looks so cool that it doesn't want to stay together in the slightest. All right, and then we'll put this back on here for the millionth time so it can fall off again. Come on. This is difficult. All right, there we go. Maybe. All right, so we got that. And then they want us to take the drill pieces and put them somewhere. All right, so we're going to put the drill pieces and the little gun pieces onto him, and I don't think we're going to do anything else with the Pterodactyl Head, so we'll put that off to the side. So it's telling us to spin this thing like 90 degrees, like here. All right, so oh, I think I know where they go. I think. All right, I think the guns go here. I mean, you can put them wherever you want. That's the whole point of Zord Link. And then I think the other gun goes here, and then I think the drill pieces are supposed to go up here. All right, and that is that. So that is the T-Rex Champion Zord combined with the Ptera Freeze. Now obviously it leaves you with some stuff left over. It leaves you with this, which I guess you could combine because it is, you took the port off of there, so you can combine that mess. And then it leaves you with the head of the Terra Freeze, which you can also just combine in that. So it just leaves you with this mess of pieces, which we'll just put back here. But yeah, this is fun. So I definitely do like the Ptera Freeze Zord, but you know, I just think the instructions are a little confusing. Ports don't like to stay on very well. This thing is being held together by thoughts and prayers right now, honestly. But it does look pretty cool. And obviously for kids, this is going to be really fun. Also really frustrating. It definitely could be very frustrating for kids, but it's definitely really fun with all the ports you have all over the place and just all the combinations you can do, either officially from the show or just, you know, whatever your imagination comes up with. So that is going to be it for my review of the Ptera Freeze Megazord. It's definitely gone on a little longer than I was expecting, but I think I was able to show off a lot of stuff, and in a way, it kind of works out that I don't have the Mosa Rex yet, because that will definitely be, I definitely want to show off the Primal Ultrazord, and we can't do it without that. And if we threw that into this video would have been even longer, because the Mosa Rex just does not have as much to do, especially because we never got an American version of Demi Volcano out here, which is just very unfortunate. There's stuff that it should be able to do that we can't do, because Hasbro never made those Zords, but at least with Ptera Freeze, we can do the egg formation and the Pterodon formation and the Megazord formation and this formation with the T-Rex, which is an official thing from the show. And yeah, you can just do a little bit more. So I highly recommend the Ptera Freeze. I'm going to leave the Amazon link to it in the description below of where I picked it up. It's a little more expensive. After tax, it was like $30. I think the other Zords were a little cheaper than that. But, you know, just price increases and everything. But I don't know if it's currently in stock. It just kind of pops back up every once in a while. and maybe it will actually ship out for you, who knows. But that's going to do it for my video review of the Ptera Freeze Megazord. Of course, you can also check out my reviews of the other 5 Zords from the Amazon 5-pack that I took a look at last fall, and I will be taking a look at the Mosa Razor whenever I get one in hand. So until next time, you guys can follow me on Twitter, @LavenRangerKey or @LightningFigPR, and I'll see you all next time.